How goes the family? Welcome back to Letters Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great and exceptional day. It's that time, family. It's that time of the week when I love to highlight black owned businesses, family. And this great article that I found the other day talks about this great person, Catrice Hickson, who you see in a picture with her and her family in front of this great cafe in good old Alabama because she decided to open up a coffee shop in this good old southern town, in this town in southern Alabama, specifically located in Opelika, Alabama. I've only been to Huntsville, Alabama, and that was back in 2008. Um, but the article really stated that the education and inspiration are built into Mel- Melian's Cafe offering of coffee, smoothies, and pastries. Sounds good. So if I'm ever down there, I might check it out. Each of these 38 beverages on the menu, that's a lot of beverages, family, is named after a prominent historical black figure, but not the ones we've all been reading and hearing about since childhood. And you already know where I'm going with that one, family. The article brought this to my attention by saying there's the big bank name for businessman and investor Bernard S. Garrett, the sci-fi paying homage to Octavia Butler, the resistance in honor of Geronimo Pratt, and many more. Because usually when one hears about the pillars of the African American community, or black community, it usually boils down to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and Malcolm X, rest their souls. And definitely nowadays, celebrities, people love to highlight and a lot of celebrities are actually stepping their game up and creating jobs, which can contribute to the community. So I thank them for doing that because the economics matters more than anything else. If you're not talking economics, you ain't talking about nothing. It's that old Southern saying, what you barking, you talking loud, but you ain't said nothing. And that's what a lot of politicians nowadays are talking loud, they're sounding great, intelligent, but they're not saying anything on both sides of the political spectrum. That's just my personal opinion. Now, is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not, but it's nice to hear about more within the community. The article also stated that I wanted to bring forward people who don't really know about people, like inventors, scientists, doctors, and I couldn't agree with this statement more for one specific reason, family, because African Americans are much more than just entertainers, fallen civil rights leaders, and etc. We have careers, we are intelligent, we are business owners, we are investors, and I love the fact that she stated that in the article. She also stated that I just want to bring all of those people to the forefront so we know they are who they are and what they contribute to this great country of ours. And I love that as well. It inspires us to do things because representation matters, family. If we're not seeing people that look like us do different things, we're not really inspired. And I couldn't agree with that statement more because it also, lots of families only want to talk about the negative aspects of what has gone down within their family tree and not the positive aspects. Like, great example, I had a chance to see my nephew before he left the East Coast to go out to the West Coast because he's in the Army. And, we were reminiscing about our grandmother, rest her soul, how the great things, the good times, the good memories, because she's passed, it's been almost a decade now, but we talked about the good times. We didn't focus on the negative, we focused on the positive, the good stuff. Because if you always focus on the negative, especially when it comes to your family tree, then you're not going to think too good about your family tree, and you're not going to think too good about your culture at the same time. That's why it's like, if it's 70% negative and maybe 30% positive, it's just not a bad, it's just a very bad thing. What you hear, what you read, and what you see has an effect on you, regardless if you're a child, regardless if you're an adult. It matters. So I love the fact that this family's doing this great positive thing. They look great, they look happy. Keep up the good work, man. This is the biggest reason why it's, like I said, I like to highlight even black owned businesses, because we're not only thugs, we're not only gangsters, we're not only non-skilled employees, we're not all deadbeat fathers, we're not all on welfare. We are so much more. The article ended on this note, family, stating, beyond inspiration, Mrs. Hickson also shares that the not always pretty history of Alabama. Every state has their tragic history, whether people want to believe it or not. Every country has bad history, whether people want to believe it or not. So, hey, there's good and bad with everything. One item on the menu is green smoothie called Kowaliga, and I just learned about this. Named after a long gone African American community, the town of Cowaliga, Alabama, which was home to the first black-owned railroad, was actually flooded, unfortunately, in 1926 when the Martin Dam was built. It now lies at the bottom of Lake Martin. So, like I said, that's the beautiful thing about reading. You get to learn about things you didn't know about and be able to go from there. Um, the, the utility, the unity she hopes, the article ended stating, the utility she hopes to bring to Opelika, Alabama is built into the space and the staff. It's easy for her to create a sense of family for guests because Melanin Cafe is fully family operated, which is a beautiful thing. You're not only family operated, but you're helping create opportunities within the community, economic opportunities within the community. Each day, Hickson works alongside her husband, Jara, I think I'm butchering his name, Jakyra, and her sister, Crystal Slaughter. Hickson says she wants the cafe to feel inviting and relaxing to the extent that she doesn't even care if visitors buy anything. You can even learn the meaning behind Melanin Cafe beverages without visiting the shop by checking out the Culture Corner on the shop's website. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Even if you're not in the area, check out the website, see what's going on, go from there, maybe make a contribution and go from there. You know what I mean? And I think that's a beautiful thing because when you're able to go to a spot like that where you don't feel rushed. I mean, like the crazy thing is in 2021, we're living in a time where it's like, you don't really ever have to go to a restaurant anymore, or a cafe anymore. So to see the small family businesses are probably going to be the only real, to my personal opinion, real restaurants that are going to be left in the future, because these are the businesses that are not only pillars of the community, but these are the businesses that are going to make people feel welcome when they go. Where I come from, the DMV area in Northern Virginia, most of the restaurants you go to, it's not a welcoming atmosphere. It's a very uptight atmosphere, and you don't really feel at home. So why would I want to, I don't mind, and the majority of the time the food is very mediocre anyways, and the services can be very mediocre. So for the most part, I'd rather eat at home where I know it's comfortable and relaxing, and it's where I live. But so places like this is why when I go to California, I go to Texas, I go to Arizona, Nevada, Washington, Atlanta, places like that. I always love the atmosphere in these areas when I go out to eat. And, like I said, with this family, it's more family oriented. The service is usually better. The food is 10 times better. And it's just more of a welcoming atmosphere. So, you know what? Catrice Hickson and your family, keep up the great work with Melanin Cafe. And if you're in the Alabama area, go check them out. If you don't know what Layers Anything Goes is, we basically sell a variety of products online. We are a drop shipping company. We are certified through Shopify, so check us out. The links is in the description. And if you're a crypto investor like myself, join the Gold Standard Partners, where you not only have the opportunity to buy cryptocurrency, you ever get a crypto card, you're able to get the opportunity to buy the G999 coin, which is a part of the Gold Standard Partners coin, and also you have the opportunity to join an affiliate marketing organization where you have the opportunity to refer others to do the same thing by buying cryptocurrency, buying packages, and you're able to make money off the package purchases and the crypto purchases. All right, so if you're interested, check us out. All the links are in the description. Remember, in today's world, you can't get fired if you own the company. It's almost 2022. It's time for you to own the company. It's time for you to own stocks. It's time for you to own bonds. It's time for you to own insurance policies. Invest, invest, invest. But am I telling you to just go out and do it willy-nilly? No. I'm not giving out financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. So check with a financial professional and go from there before you decide to spend any money, and go from there. All right? Don't just listen to a guy on YouTube. I had no family. Do the great 3 free things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves or you're going to live broke like a fool. Take care, family.